What's up, guys? You know who it is. It's your boy Kenny with JD and Muscle, and we are back in front of the 240. And that's right, we have another mod. This time the mod is given to us by GKtech.com. If you know anything about GKtech, they make a little bit of everything, especially a lot of Nissan parts. That's who I have my handbrake from. And if you guys know SR20s, when I start this damn motor, the whole thing just shakes and really just vibrates. Could just be, you know, bad engine mounts from factory, whatever it may be, but it really puts a lot of torque on this motor. So, that being said, I bought a engine torque dampener. It is pretty simple, guys. The way it sets up and what it does is basically there's a hydraulic arm, kind of like you would have on your trunk. When you open your trunk, it actually helps hold the trunk open. So that does go between this point right here. I'll show you guys in a second. That way it does keep that torque down from the motor from just flexing so much. So kit's pretty easy, guys. I'll show you what comes in the kit before we put it on. So box one just has all of the mounts and brackets, as well as the extra bolts. They always are pretty cool. I'll give a couple extra stickers. So shout out to GKtech.com. And then over here is that part I was telling you about, the actual torque dampening part of itself. And here it is. So this is it, guys. It'll go between the motor and this mount right here, and it just kind of puts pressure back and forth. That way when you start the motor, there's not so much shake, and when I'm on gas and off gas, drifting the whole time at high RPMs, it'll keep the motor from just, I guess, rocking back and forth so much. So come up close and let's install this brand new part. All right, guys, so first thing we're going to do is break free and take off all three of these. Of course, this is what's holding on our coilover. So let's break these free and get them off, so we can put the bracket on next. So with all of them broken free, let's just take them off. Just that easy, all three are off. From here, let's just put the bracket on and then tighten it all the way down. Of course, that's pretty easy, guys, but from here, I do want to get this adjusted on so I can kind of mark it out exactly where I'm going to have it. Now we know about where it's going to be right at. And from here, let's take it back off, and I'm going to bolt it on to the bracket itself, then we'll put it back over and tighten her down. Easiest thing with a lot of these parts is leaving them a little bit loose. That way you can move them around and wiggle them to make sure that everything lines up straight. Guys, if you were wondering, 7/32 Allen on the top, and the bolt on the bottom is a 17. So we're just going to tighten this down on top. Now that it's tight, we can move this around and get it into place where we would like it to go. So it's going to go right over the motor like that, guys. Hopefully you don't have a big turbo setup, otherwise this is not going to work. On the application it actually says that if you have a top mount intercooler, or I mean a top mount turbo, you might have issues with clearance, but mine is going to fit perfect, it looks like. So I'm just going to put the other bracket on and tighten this down. All right, guys, now that we have this bracket over here in place, this is moved into place. Everything's not tightened down yet. Remember, everything's still loose, so we still have a little bit of flexibility and move it around a little bit. But let's line the holes up and screw it in. Without dropping the bolts, of course. All right, guys, so that's exactly how it goes. We're gonna tighten these 3 down now. We're gonna tighten this all the way down. And then right under here, you can see the 2. I'll zoom in a little bit. You can see where the 2 need to be tightened down to this. And then I'll tighten that down, and then this is done, guys. That is the whole part put on and tight. And of course, that will keep the motor from flexing so much back and forth when we're on and off the throttle and just during start. The whole motor just shakes pretty violently. There aren't a ton of great motor mounts on this SR20. Unfortunately, it must just be a bad design, but let's finish tightening these down and call this another project. Guys, I know this was a short video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Let's make sure everything's tightened down. We'd hate to lose a bolt or something during travel, especially since these are here to help, so let's not lose the bolts. Those are tightened down. Of course, this will flex back and forth, allowing that to move a little bit. Let's get these all tightened down. Now, I know this wasn't a crazy install today, guys, but I hope you enjoyed just how quick and easy this part can be to put on. I would say total, if you weren't holding the camera, trying to make a video out of it, this should take you no more than 5 minutes, and just like this, guys, it is done. That's another video complete. This was this was from GKtech USA.com. That's where I purchased it from. 80 bucks if you want to purchase one yourself. I am pretty excited. It went on super easy. Did clear my top mount turbo. It is pretty close to this one spot, but it clears perfectly. So with that being said, guys, I hope you liked this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, continue to support. Otherwise, if you're a drifter, hit me up and let's get some rounds in. From here, I do have a 3-day event coming up. Hopefully I can see you out there, Clio, Michigan. Otherwise, guys, peace out, and until next time.